Hey YouTube, thanks for joining me again. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to restore headlights. Now, these lenses that I have, they're yellow, and I kind of tried to polish them, but basically what happens is these things have like a coating on the top of them that starts to break down and oxidize and turn yellow after a while. Polishing them will not just take this stuff off alone. You've got to get a little more aggressive with it. So I'm going to show you what I do. And this usually works pretty well. I've never done a set of headlights like this. I've always done them on newer cars, which tend to be more clear. So I don't know, if the stuff inside is discolored or not, but we're going to see. And maybe I can salvage these things so that I don't have to buy new ones. Normally I would start with 800, but I don't have any 800. I've got 600 with me. So 600, and this is a soap and water mix. And you don't need much soap. Couple of drips of like Dawn detergent or whatever, liquid dish soap is just fine. And it's just to keep this stuff lubricated, because you want to sand them well, but you don't want to put deep scratches in these things. So just start by wetting this thing down real well. Got a piece of paper over the workbench so that I can keep it relatively dry. I know the water will soak through, but so basically you're just going to come through and sand the daylights out of this stuff.
Place I'll never find. I kill only what I love, and what I love was never mine. Suffocate you out of me, all the darkest of my sins. You're burning through my head.
Okay, that's actually looking better. What you're looking for is the yellow to disappear. There's a bit of discoloration here still, and I don't know, that might be inside. No, maybe not. Yeah, it looks like the discoloration might be inside. So let's see, I wonder actually, oh, you know what, the rubber kind of covers that. So as long as it's clean looking, it should be okay. This is kind of what you're looking for. Now, it does look like some of the yellowing is inside on these, I don't know what you call them, perforations or whatever. We'll see once we get it polished. Anyway, so this is 1,000. Same thing. Get everything nice and wet.
The
wipe with your rag. You want to make sure that you don't see any of the heavy scratches. Don't confuse heavy scratches for marks in the, Okay, that helped quiet that down a little bit. I'll wipe this all down again. That looks pretty good. Look, you're basically just looking for even sanding scratches. If you see anything that jumps out at you that looks like it's too heavy, you want to hit those spots again. But this looks pretty good. Okay, now I might only have 2,000. Okay, wet this stuff down. Let everything down again and rinse and repeat. And every time you do this with a finer grit sandpaper, you're gonna notice them becoming a little more clear. And this is kind of the time when you want to try and sand everything in the same direction. Once I know I'm not doing that right now, but once I finish, just run a finish thing over this, then I will. About what you're looking for right there. About like that. It still looks cloudy. That's okay. That's for the next step. We're back. The good old drill and buffer pad deal. This pad is pretty well used. It's probably the last time I'm going to be able to use it. It's dirty, but that doesn't matter. It's kind of tore up, but those nubs are gonna do a number on this thing. So basically, what I'm doing, this pad is a little firmer than the green. This one's actually a 3M. This is a polishing pad. This one's more of a cutting pad. This is Meguiar's Fine Cut Cleaner. This is rated at a 5 on the cut scale. It's pretty much what we're looking for. It'll do a good job. Make sure you shake this stuff up because it has a tendency to settle at the bottom if you don't. So this is going to be pretty similar to what we did with the tail lights. This is going to be hard because there's really nothing to keep this light steady. I'm going to get some more on that pad. I'm probably going to fling stuff all over the place, but it's Sunday and I don't care. I apologize. I lost some of the footage at the end of the video while I was explaining how to take care of these things after this process is all done. What I usually do is use a high quality wax, and that will have UV protection in it. And as long as you reapply that every 30 days or so, then you can usually prevent it from turning yellow again. Now, if you want to go even further and have something a little more sustainable, a really good thing to do is to re-clear coat them. I would definitely use a high quality clear coat, but then all you have to do is sand all the yellow off the tops of the lenses, and you can accomplish that with 600 grit, no problem. and then go and clear coat them. You don't have to go through all the other extra steps. So that definitely makes things a little bit easier if you have the know-how and the tools to do it. I mean, look at that. That's just with the fine cut cleaner. That looks 10 times better. I was right about some of that yellowing going on inside, so you can still see it. But I mean, when you're looking at these things like head on, you pretty much can't see it at all. So let me change pads. This is that machine glaze. Meguiar's one. Kind of buff these things with a dry, preferably clean. I'm using a paper towel, which is working fine for me. It's kind of what I've always done. I go through paper towels like nobody's business. I use them for almost everything, but microfiber is obviously the best. So there we have it. Look at that. So like I said, there's still some yellowing in there, but these look really good for, these are original 1988 headlights, guys. Like, these things, I mean, that's 31 years old right now. That's nothing to shake a stick at. If you are looking to keep your car as original as possible, and want it to still look good, this is definitely a good way to do it. If you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, if I missed anything, then feel free to let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to get to answering everything. Otherwise, have yourselves a great rest of the day, and we will see you next time.